Hello and welcome to with the new session. If you are working with a database and SQL, you have probably heard about indexes. But do you really know the difference between cluster and non-cluster indexes? So today we will break it down in simple terms to help you optimize your database performance. Make sure to watch till the end and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more SQL tutorials. So let's start with the basic. In this video, we will cover what an index is and why it is needed, the key difference between cluster and non-cluster indexes, when to use each type of index for better query performance. Index play a crucial role in improving data retrieval speed. Just like a book table of content help you locate chapters quickly. Index helps SQL find data efficiently. So what exactly is an index in SQL? An index is a database object that help speed up data retrieval operation. Think of it like a phone directory. Instead of scanning every pages for a name, you can jump straight to the index section. Without an index, SQL search each row one by one, which is slow for large dataset. With an index, SQL quickly find where the data is located, making searches much faster. Here is a simple example. Searching for an employee in an unordered databases is like looking for a name in a phone book without alphabetic order. It takes longer, right? So now let's talk about cluster index. A cluster index physically organizes table data into sorted order based on the index columns. Every table can have only one cluster index because the data can be stored only one way. By default, the primary key create a cluster index. For example, let's say we have an employee, okay, and in index by employee ID. So the database arrange the row physically in order to employee ID. Like I think this image is best reference for the employee ID list. Like, and here is a syntax for how we create a cluster index. So there is a simple statement: create cluster index. What are the name for our index, and then on, and which table you have created index, and which column you have created that index. So these are details are here. This means the data is actually stored in a sorted order, making searches on employee ID super fast. So after cluster index, now what about the non-cluster indexes? A non-cluster index does not change the order of actual data. Instead of it create a separate index table with pointer to the original data. A table can have a multiple non-cluster index. Unlike cluster indexes, this is useful when searching by column other than the primary key. For example, searching for employee name instead of employee ID is much faster with a non-cluster index. This is a syntax to create a non-cluster index. So syntax is like create non-cluster index, our index name, which there is a table name, like we have using employee table here, and then on which column we have created our non-cluster index. So employee name. So the actual data stay unordered, but SQL uses the index to find the right row quickly. So this is an example like uh, it can be help us to understand the concept. So now let's compare the two types side by side for like a cluster index and non-cluster indexes. So in short, if talking about the data storage, there is a sorted order, and in non-cluster indexes, it is a separate structure with a pointer. Talking about the physical order, yes, there is a physical order there, and in non-cluster index, it is no. Number per table only one, and if in case of non-cluster indexes, we can multiple. And if talking about the primary key, yes, by default it is using, and in the non-cluster indexes is no manual creation. So in short, use cluster indexes for the faster retrieval of large range of data, and use non-cluster index when searching by specific column. Now we can move to next slide, when to use which index. So now that we understand the difference, let's see when to use each. Use a cluster index when your query often use range based searches, for example data IDs, and second thing like most query really on the primary key. So these two cases where we created cluster indexes, and same as it is for the non-cluster indexes. So for non-cluster indexes, you frequently search by other column like employee name. So their employee name as a work as a non-primary key column here, and you need to multiple indexes for the different query. So this is a flow chart. I think you can understand here. So let's see how index impact performance in SQL. Without an index, searching for employee name requires scanning every row. With an index, SQL jump straight to the relevant row, making queries much faster. For example, I will move to demo site. One second. I just so the first query is optimized by the cluster index, and the second query it is optimized by non-cluster index. So using indexes the right way can dramatically improve query speed. So to summarize things like a cluster index sort data physically in order, use it for the primary key searches. A non-cluster indexes store pointer to the actual data, use it for the searching by other columns. But remember, too many indexes can slow down insert update delete operation. Want to learn more SQL performance tips? Comment below and let me know what topic you would like next. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more tutorials, share this with your fellow SQL learners. Thank you.